Hi. There's two. I'm Alex.
Hi, Dave, Brother Sanguinius, Corn Berserker, Ryan.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Dave. Is this paint water?
It might be.
Thanks.
What you're asking for is an objective description of who
Of you, kind of.
I
Yep.
am as
Yep.
I fit in the wargaming community. Okay. Hi, my name is Dave. I have been a content creator in the wargaming community for a good 15 years now. I'm a wargamer. I play games on the tabletop. It generates fun and enjoyment in a way in which I've never seen before. Because I see people play on the tabletop and they're different backgrounds, different walks of life, different ages. They're equals on the battlefield because they have their skill set that they bring with their knowledge of the rules, and they roll dice and they have fun together. And that's a pretty cool environment where people can be brought together
That's true.
without any sort of requirement beforehand.
Yeah.
Going to school.
Are you going to Scalathrax?
Is that the...
Yeah, that's the place where Karn was, and he had to go get, the Gore Child and all the corn and skulls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as long as you're back by 8, then it's all good.
Yeah, okay. I'll be back by 8.
Hi, I'm Alex. I paint miniatures. It's like small plastic toy soldiers. I really enjoy painting. How long have you been interested in like Warhammer and that?
As long as I can remember.
You're opening that baby thing like it's a birthday present. Please.
And you haven't really been painting much.
As far as I've been told.
Why is that?
That somehow has attracted itself to my reality. And now I am experiencing it more and more.
The painting side.
Yeah, or the lack of painting.
The lack of painting.
The lack of painting due to the acknowledgement of the lack of painting by the other consciousnesses that are inhabiting the flesh suits around me. So I am just hearing it over and over. Dave, you're not painting. Yeah.
Did that stress you out?
It makes me experience something I'm not used to experiencing. If you're calling it stress, that's your assessment of a situation I really know nothing about. I'm engaging in the flow.
We're gonna have to subtitle this with like a translation. Here's the thing. This is paint, and this is a plastic miniature. And here's your brush.
I love it when you do that.
And so it's kind of like you it doesn't really matter. You just try.
I'm overcomplicating it, aren't I? Just
No, but I mean I understand why you do it because you can get confused. Because this says it's
very confused.
It says contrast paint.
It says contrast.
This says shade.
Shade.
And like this one says dry.
It says dry.
This is dry, and this is layer.
And this is technical.
And that's technical.
Yeah, like what?
And so like what's what? And the only really sort of way to find out is sort of to try and put some on the miniature and see what happens.
Okay, just free flow.
And then you might just ruin it. And that's the reason for why we have so many miniatures. Yeah, I mean, if I wouldn't be painting really, really small plastic soldiers, I'd probably go insane. Because it's not necessarily about what paints to use and what minis to paint. It's just clears my head when I sit down and paint for a bit.
Peaceful.
Yeah,
Head clear.
it's good stuff.
Running and painting, same emotion.
Yeah, not at the same time though.
Not at the same time.
No. Should we run?
That's one. Come on in.
Hey, Dave. Dave. Should we play a game?
Yes.
Okay. I really like the idea of playing war games. It seems really nice, and it seems like fun.
Yes.
And then when I do it, it's all just there's lots of dice
Yes.
and numbers and statistics.
Yes.
And rules upon rules upon rules.
Are you not good at that stuff?
And I'm not really good at that stuff. But painting in miniature is like, there's not that many rules in my head. But with miniature war games, there's a lot of rules.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like to play the game, you need to buy the rule book. It's not like if you paint miniatures, you need to buy the rule book of how to paint the miniatures.
If there was one, would it exist?
And everyone would buy it. Can you like play a game and have fun?
For me, it's we get full ultimate Grayskull power level Masters of the Universe control over the parameters of the victory conditions of that game. So if a game is like you need to eviscerate your opponent by eliminating their pieces, that is one parameter, but really we get to choose from an infinite sea of parameters. So to that parameter we can say, and also spend 90 minutes with my friend.
The falls look nice.
The falls look wonderful.
I get a feeling it can be a little bit complicated for people because we're
so
surrounded by
complicated.
a lot of like input of this is exactly how you need to do it.
Yes.
Because otherwise you can't play in the competition. Or
This
you
is the
can't.
only right way to do it. It's
Yeah.
the only sanctioned way to play. Any other way is not permissible.
Yeah.
It's looked down on. It's ashamed. It's shamed. It's not accepted. Nope, you can't use that. You can't convert that. Don't use that paint. It's not. Don't use those brushes. Those are garbage. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't play this game.
Yeah.
Don't do it this way. There's a lot of that for sure, and I refuse to engage in that game because that's another game. I like playing games. I don't like playing all games. That's a game I don't like to play. That's a game where I don't have fun.
Now to assemble all his weapons. We're gonna flame Daka. Daka. Yes, brothers, to war. Death to the false emperor.
We should go outside and prime our minis now because it's going to be fun.
We think about painting is there so much talk about techniques and getting maybe better or getting efficient or painting faster, learning color theory, how to dilute your paints, how to build a wet palette, what's the best way to handle a brush, how can you there's a lot of stuff going on.
You sound like a voice in my head.
Yeah. So like there's no right and wrong when you paint. You just try it and see if you like it. And if, there might be things you like and you can do that or change things or use different paints. And there's like contrast paints, normal paints. You can try painting with people and, people would be orcs. I guess you could paint with orcs. So, yeah.
Death and hatred to mankind. Poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
We never talk about the fact that it's just something that we do and while we use our hands, It's like knitting or carpentry.
Sensation, the satisfaction of doing with hands.
Or even not even a set. It's just, it's like an automatic action. It's just something you're doing with your hands while your mind maybe does other things.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a really big thing for me. It's like we never really talk about that much.
Are you talking about numbing out? Like,
I think a process is happening.
Okay,
you're
processing, buffering emotions.
Whatever dreams do, maybe. But you like daydreaming. I can paint and daydream. How often do you like daydream when you're trying to learn how to paint yellow by watching a tutorial because someone said it was difficult?
It's bound to happen.
Excellent work. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you can't see me.
Yes.
Yes.
You want a straight answer?
Yeah, and a straight answer, but also maybe
Stop being a baby and just play the game you want it to. Like that's a straight, but that's not what I would say.
Yeah.
Because that sounds way too like, hey man, this is a friendly place. Like, of course it's friendly. Which is why it accepts people who talk very directly about things sometimes and not so abstract. This is your game. You're an adult. Decide exactly how you want to play it.
Just imagine ants on an anthill eating all of like broccoli, right? The world is broccoli, and ants would be like the Tyranids eating all the trees and everything, okay? They're a bunch of bugs, right? And then Space Marines are the defenders of humanity, saving mankind against the alien.
There's no right and wrong. Like when we played a game, it's just like find the right game and play it the way you want to play it. As long as you enjoy yourself. Like try and find what you enjoy. And then you probably just have fun. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Good. What have you got there, Dave?
Cosplay, good Titanic play, miniature play.
You just play. Nice.
Just play.
Just play.
That's it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how.
Who built this thing? We don't remember.
Randy.
Randy. It's lovely.
I'm gonna say Randy. I apologize if that's not the person who did it, but when I think of that, I think of Randy, and Randy made a really large Titan many
The
years
eye
ago.
is awesome. It's like a lens.
Yes, it is. Yeah, cool.
And there's things.
That reminds me of like the Wizard of Oz. It's like the oil can. It's like,
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Keep on painting, little orc. You'll be fine.
Yes.
I promise you.
Yes. Did he tell you his name?
No,
Okay.
I think he's shy.
It's okay.
Yeah.
He can be shy.